welcome to the second and final Tokyo vlog. Now sure, it took a while, mainly because I wanted to wait to get these cool RGB lights here, but after some time, I finally got to it. Which is funny because I'm going to be saying that exact same thing for my next vacation. So folks, soak this video up and savor it, because with everything going on, I'm not going to be doing this for a while. Okay, enough preamble, let's begin. So I was going to take a train to Mount Fuji, and that morning I woke up to this. No, a kaiju monster wasn't attacking Tokyo. It turns out to be an enthronement ceremony, and the palace just happens to be super close by to my hotel. To be honest, I was expecting royal wedding style pandemonium. I kept half expecting running into some guys selling tacky souvenirs. So after a slightly scary and unusual morning, I'm going to be hopping on the Japanese rail network, and I'm going to be taking a train to Mount Fuji. But first, some train bento. Oh hey, that was fast. Alright, this looks good. Okay, got my bento. I'm gonna buy something else just in case I still get snacky. Yeah, there's snacks on the platform, I'll get them there. Okay, if you're riding one of these long-distance trains in Japan's quick guide. Okay, green means reserved, yellow means passengers coming soon, red means vacant, and thankfully, by some coincidence, I picked a red seat. So, well, I really am sweating. Okay, after an awkward interaction with the ticket officer, I'm ready to enjoy my bento. Okay, it comes with what I'm guessing is chili or something. You got a little sauce thing right here. So I tasted it, and I gotta say, pretty damn good. Soon after, my train left Tokyo altogether and entered the neighboring Yamanashi prefecture, where I would deboard the train at Otsuki Station and transfer to the Fuji Q Railway. And once I showed the guards my pass, a familiar face was there to greet me. Feels like I'm at some kid's birthday party. Just learned about something. Even the curtains are Thomas the Tank Engine themed. Meh. Weird theme aside, my little train chugged through the beautiful Japanese countryside. Henry's here to greet me at Shimano Yoshida Station. Wait, only one thing has a IC card? Ooh. I see everyone's nice and bundled up and I'm just wearing a t-shirt. They have a little brick road to the pagoda. Is this a shrine or something? It's not a shrine, but it's an unnamed shop. Not unless you got Skynet watching, that ain't working in America. And about that shop, it actually uses something called WeChat Pay and Alipay. They're basically China's version of Apple Pay. But unlike Apple, who was willing to respect users' privacy like we've seen in the San Bernardino investigation, Alipay and WeChat Pay must obey Winnie the Pooh and harvest every single bit of your personal private data. Much like another Chinese app. You really do need to share the road with cars. Don't mean to be a downer, but I gotta pee really badly. I hate going uphill. Okay, there is no sidewalk, so really exercise caution. Oh, God, I've never been so happy to see stairs. So I'm making my way up to the pagoda and I just noticed this sign. No tripods allowed. You know, I heard Japanese ice cream is the thing to try, so. Oh yeah. Definitely hits the spot after hiking up all those stairs and definitely not giving up a quarter way through.
Mount Fuji in its heavenly glory. And while the view was a bit on the hazy side, and clouds did block part of its iconic flat top, it was still quite the sight to behold.
I thought getting up was hard, but getting down is something. These are super steep, super short steps. One wrong move, and it's a big ass medical bill for me. I mean, Japan's healthcare system is better than the US, but still, you need to pay up. Wrong turn. I seem to have ended up in Yosemite National Park. Uncle Bob, you live in Fresno. Do you think you can meet me right back home?
So I got on the train, went back to Otsuki Station, where I then get on my big comfy train back to Tokyo. Remember a few moments earlier about the whole seat reservation thing? Yeah, well, I was too cheap to do it, and I ended up sitting on the floor in the galley in the very back of the train for a good first half of the journey. And I never received motion sickness from being on a train for so long, but apparently you can get it. Not only are the trains super fast in Japan, but they also have hydraulic motors on them that lean over to one side when you need to make a turn. It did that quite a few times on my journey, and as a result I got surprisingly motion sick. I didn't barf or anything, but still. I still feel a little dizzy from the train ride. Remember, I had to sit down on the floor for like the first third of the journey.
So I'm out here in Akihabara, which is known for its electronics and anime stuff. And I'm having a delicious plate of Japanese fried chicken. And between you and me, I just wanted to find a place that wasn't playing J-pop. Definitely try this place if you're ever in Akihabara.
Oh, and about that fried chicken stand, it was actually attached to Yodobashi Camera, Tokyo's biggest electronics store.
And trust me, you can't miss this place. Let's go try, shall we? This entire section, not aisle, section, is just for iPhone cases. Huawei. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Free Hong Kong.
Well, I tried.
Do I look pretty? Okay, this is making my my viewfinder go crazy. Better stop. Sony DSLRs, I didn't know they still made these. Oh, I wasn't expecting to see this. Stormtrooper cosplaying as Wilson from Home Improvement.
Yeah, oh, you should.
Canon cameras. Now we're more in my zone. You know what's nice is that if you have the camera with you, you can try out some of the lenses. Let me try out this one. Yeah, this baby can drop down to 1.4. Look at that sexy, creamy bokeh right there. Let me try this macro lens. Yeah, I'm getting the 100mm macro. This is just too cheap and flimsy. Oh, wait, there we go. Still, I'm getting the 100mm one. It's both telephoto and macro.
Update. I got it right here. Hello, Mr. Camera Lens. Hello, Camera Viewfinder. Alright, let's check out some of the macro capabilities. And hello, Mr. Boom Mic. Ugh, Jesus, thing's heavy.
This is what I'm excited about. This is the Canon Eos R, and look how freaking huge and heavy this is. Okay, this is really heavy. Look how freaking huge and heavy this lens is. Yeah, good idea. You know, I'm not even joking. I might actually bring some home. No, wait, scratch that. Okay, this here is an 8K TV.
Hi.
You really gotta see this thing in real life. You know, me showing some compressed video on YouTube of it ain't gonna do it justice. Electric saxophone, sexy. Premium water, I'll be the judge of that. How do you... Oh. Okay, let me try this one. Nothing. Guess I'll never know. A little grill. Go watch mine. Save your money. All right, so I found something I want to buy. A little stovetop takoyaki cooker. And what's this? Strawberry and chocolate takoyaki? Hell yeah. Sold. I was gonna head to the bench outside, but I just noticed this sign over here. Your trying is only once.
That wasn't the only awkward English translation I bumped into. There was a sign at my hotel that said, "Please take it freely." I also came across a bottle of deodorizer, and it literally said this on the bottle. Seisuika. It is a deodorant spray of an effective professional specification to the anxious smell. Yeah, in Japan, having English on certain products is considered cool and marketable. Just like here in America, where edgy white girls want to get tattoos of Chinese characters.
Oh, check it out, there's an arcade here on the top floor. Oh, more toys, nice. Thanks but no thanks. Just a section of the store is dedicated to the Nintendo Switch. You can't find anything like this in an American store. In fact, now, while we're on the topic, I don't even think there's a Xbox section. They have a PlayStation section, but not Xbox.
Hey, funny story. So tech YouTuber Austin Evans.
Hey guys, this is Austin.
Yeah, that guy. Turns out he went to the same Yodobashi camera I went to around the same time I did. And as it turns out, he did come across a very small Xbox One section. And upon further research, it turns out Xbox didn't do all that well in Japan. Oh, and another thing. Is it me, or does Austin seem like the kind of guy who would like his own Facebook status? Once I was done at Yodobashi Camera, I made my way into the true heart of Akihabara's anime and gaming culture.
Now, even though Akihabara is known for its anime goods, I'm not really much of an anime fan. Listen, weebs, please calm down. Listen, I don't mind a little Dragon Ball Z every now and then, and I've been meaning to check out One Punch Man. Other than that, don't expect me to show up at the local anime convention. Don't worry, it's not all fetishy anime shit. The original place for this was called Electric Town because, as we've seen earlier, including all the electronic stores, there's also these back alley shops that'll get you electric wiring and other super niche electric items. These machines are clearly rigged, but I'll give one a try. Oh no, wait, this is better. Little cream pies in the shape of the Sega logo. I went for the traditional red bean paste. Not as sweet as I was expecting, but still pretty good. Japanese-based cafes. To be honest, I kind of feel sorry for them. Imagine having to be super cute and obedient and having to obey every whim of a grungy, long-haired Westerner who probably still lives with his parents. I hope these girls have a union. That's all I have to say. But enough complaining. Here's what I really came to Akihabara for. Super potato.
Head down a hallway and up a staircase, and you'll be transported back in time to the video game's golden years. Here you can buy neatly preserved video game cartridges as well as consoles. Even the bad ones.
You really need to try it out. Me sticking my camera in there isn't gonna work. But not too long, otherwise you'll get headaches. I'm not joking, that actually did happen. Super Mario Brothers tie. Oh, hell yeah. Oh no, wait, here's one with a better design. This thing can focus. Cool, an original Sega Game Gear for... yeah, that's not happening. This game costs me roughly $20 to $30 now. Yeah, that seems like a fair price. Ooh, DK64, my all-time favorite game right here. I need this moment. Right, onward. Listen, if you're looking to save money and you can't afford a Game Boy from this place, get this. Pocket game computer. Sweet, we got some Splatoon chopsticks. I might actually take these. Sweet, there's a retro arcade up here where you can play old school games. But here it has something I really want. This a bench to sit down on.
After I rested up, I spent the rest of the day playing some awesome old school video games.
I got a whole evening worth of exhilaration from that one place. But now I'm getting hungry and I could use some grub.
That night I kept it simple and had a plate of traditional cold soba noodles. Oh, and about that soba noodle place, and this will apply to all noodle places in Japan. Now, of course, as you may or may not know, when you're eating noodles in Japan, you gotta slurp them nice and loud as a sign of good manners. I mean, I slurped my noodles too, but so did everyone else in the restaurant. And while I was dining, all you could hear was... It's like I was in an ASMR mukbang video. Except I wasn't being grossed out by what I saw.
Ame Yokocho Market. Let us sprawl.
Along the train tracks, you'll find an awesome Japanese farmers market, along with excellent street food too.
So I got myself one of these potato corn dog things. Let me see what it tastes like. So unhealthy and fattening. No wonder you can't find it in America. Okay, so I need to eat something healthy to balance out that hot dog I ate. And one thing I heard you have to try are these Japanese melons. Whoa. That might be the best melon I have ever had. A nice, smooth texture. But if the quality of fruit was as good in the States as it is in Japan, I probably wouldn't be as fat as I am. One thing you need to keep in mind about Japan, there's a serious lack of trash cans, so it's completely normal to hold on to your trash for quite a bit. Oh well, let's not give up hope. Must be some sort of Chinese meat shop. Oh, thanks. No, thank you. Yeah, take special precaution about the pushy kebab salesman. Oh yeah, I heard about these. The creme de la creme when it comes to mushrooms. Hey, Mr. Beast, up for a collaboration? Alright, Kaisendon. This is something I gotta try.
Kaisendon. It's basically sashimi on rice, and while the fish was just okay, I still recommend it. But then I came across a takoyaki stand. Best part is that you can add your own sauce. And let me tell ya, I am one saucy boy.
Well, I'm feeling pretty full, and I pretty much had my fill of this market. One problem, I am beyond pooped. Thankfully, there is a way I can explore Tokyo without moving a muscle.
The Yamanote train line. It goes in a loop around Tokyo. Just hop aboard and look out the window. Later that night, I went out to a yakiniku restaurant. Yakiniku is just basically the Japanese version of Korean barbecue. And the place I went to was pretty cool. You ordered off a tablet, and the waiter would come bring you your meat, and you grill it yourself. They even had the meaty creme de la creme, Wagyu beef. So yeah, things were looking pretty great. Until I woke up the next morning with a cold. And this was definitely a pretty bad head cold. It was so bad I pretty much lost a day and a half. It wasn't all that bad. I brought my Switch with me, watched some YouTube videos, and there was a really awesome takoyaki place right around the corner from where I stayed. And of course, in Japan, it's considered rude to be spreading your germs everywhere, so I swung by Lawson and picked up a face mask. Okay, so we had quarantine stations in part 1 and mask wearing in this one. This vlog is seriously trolling me. On the plus side, I saved a ton of money, so that means I could go to Japan for what I wanted to do. Try out an authentic A5 Wagyu beef restaurant. So I went across the street, picked up some Japanese cold medicine, which was actually pretty robust. And I went out that night for some Wagyu beef. But not before sampling the delicacies at a Japanese 7-Eleven.
You know, one thing you're supposed to try when you come to Japan are these little menchikatsu, they're like little deep fried meat pucks. Oh, another thing they have at 7-Eleven is chicken yakitori. Oh, and one thing I should point out, for some reason 7-Elevens are called 7 and I Holdings. Can I get a slushie and transfer money to an overseas account while I'm at it?
After 7-Eleven, I went to a Wagyu beef restaurant.
Also, I have a 5 o'clock shadow. My hair is kind of a mess. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and jeans. And I didn't make a reservation, and they still let me in. I'm about to chow down on one of the most expensive meals of my life. And they have wooden disposable chopsticks.
So after some delicious appetizers, came the moment I've been waiting for. A5 Wagyu beef. Beef so beautiful, moist, and tender. I mean, just pressing it lightly with my fork was enough to leave a dent in it. Now, I didn't include footage of me eating, see my mukbang comment from earlier, but let me tell you, every bite I took, even on the same piece, it just exploded juices every time, and it was just, let me tell you right now, it was like sex for the taste buds.
Back in Asakusa, because I forgot to buy my mom a souvenir from here. And oh my God, is it crowded. You know, it's a Friday, I should have seen this coming. Anyway, the souvenir I wanted to get my mom is a traditional Japanese umbrella, and I'm hoping one of these shops here sells them. We got some wonderful Japanese fans. Sorry, I have those. We got the Neko whatever you call this. You know, I'm not trying to be insensitive or edgy like Logan Paul. Yeah. I genuinely don't know what these things called. All right, found some. Oh, that's problematic right there. Okay, I got myself an umbrella. The lady's just prepping it. All right, got my mom a present. You gotta remember, not only did she have to wake up at an ungodly hour in the morning to drop me off at LAX, okay, she also had to go through LA traffic. I almost missed my flight because of it, just to give me my medicine. So I'm just evening out the playing field. And behind me is Tokyo Skytree, which I'd go to if it wasn't so tourist trappy, and the Asahi Beer Building. Now, if you do want to get a nice view of Tokyo, head up to the observation deck and enjoy yourself a nice Asahi beer. I didn't do that. Damn cold. Oh yeah, I heard about these are these super high-tech parking structures. They're like lockers / vending machines for your car.
After that bit of trivia, I then hopped on the subway to Shinjuku.
So I made it to Shinjuku, and this behind me is, I forgot the Japanese name of it, but it's nicknamed Piss Alley. I guess it's named Piss Alley because there's only one bathroom in the entire alley. But there's also some great yakitori and beer spots here. Alright, if you need to bleed the lizard, look for this sign. It's down this very narrow alley. Blink and you'll miss it. Man, if I still wasn't full from lunch, I'd definitely chow down on some yakitori. I came to Shinjuku for more than just the pretty sights. I'm once again going to Don Quixote. Now, I know I already went on a shopping spree at Don Quixote, But there's just a few more specific things I want to pick up before I leave. Yeah, this Don Quixote is a lot more cramped than the one in Shibuya.
In fact, that Don Quixote was so cramped, I'm surprised it didn't violate the fire code. And trust me, us Californians know a thing or two about fire codes.
Check it out, it's Godzilla. We've been over this, people. He's not angry, he's misunderstood. Just take the time to understand him and he's an okay guy. And no, Karen, he doesn't need to do more yoga or get more exercise.
And remember when I said this in my last vlog?
Oh, while I'm here at the airport, I think I should tell you something. Duty free is a ripoff.
Okay, if you want to get some sweet Japanese booze, go to a Japanese electronics store chain called Big Camera. They have an entire store dedicated to selling liquor.
I'm here to score some awesome Japanese booze. You know, don't do it at the airport, do it here. Present the cashier your passport and they'll knock off the sales tax.
And that's how you save money on Japanese whiskey. Wow. Whew. Man, no wonder PewDiePie loves this stuff. And after that shopping spree, I had my final dinner at this place. Itamai Sushi Edo. A sushi restaurant so traditional, you gotta take off your shoes before you go in.
If you go to a restaurant where you're required to take off your shoes, go. Fine dining in your socks is so comfy.
I got a seat at the sushi bar, which is great because the chef hands you your dish on a wooden paddle. The sashimi tower, loaded up with 6 different kinds of fish. And finally, this sushi dish, overflowing with all kinds of fishy fillings. After that wonderfully Japanese experience, I went back to the hotel, slept for the night, and packed everything the next morning. One problem, I bought so much stuff while I was in Japan, I had to go buy another suitcase. Thankfully, the place I mentioned earlier, Big Camera, sells suitcases.
So yeah, I went a little overboard on the shopping. So I will have to pay for a new suitcase.
And oh my god, were they overpriced. Normally, when I have to buy luggage, I go to Marshall's where I can get a nice big suitcase for around $60. All I could afford was a suitcase this size. As you can tell, it's not that big. So how much did this cost me? $40? $50? Almost $100. Marshalls, Home Goods, if you're watching, please try and enter the Japanese market. Please, please, please. Oh, still has the luggage tags from when I left. Well, with that out of the way, I made my way to Haneda Airport.
Took an $80 taxi ride from my hotel here. I could have taken the monorail, but look at all the stuff I have to lug.
First thing, I had to get the money off my Suica card.
Oh, refund? Oh. Okay. Japan has a service that you can turn your loose pocket change back into usable funds back home.
And what do you know? It's called pocket change.
Select your language. Sweet, I have the option to use it as a Target gift card, Domino's Pizza, or Uber. You know what, Christmas is coming up, so I've also been saving a lot of loose change in this little box right here.
Confirm your transaction before using pocket change. We look forward to seeing.
Well, I took care of the important stuff I needed to take care of, but my flight ain't for hours. What to do till then?
The shops were decorated to look like old Japan. The first place I went to was a restaurant that serves pork katsu. Best part, You could layer on as much sauce as you want. Remember, I am one saucy boy.
Oh, and now I don't know about Narita, but I know Haneda Airport has something. An observation deck. Okay, enough filming for one day. The plane fumes are making me dizzy.
One last thing. After you check in all of your luggage and get your ticket printed, you're of course going to have to go through security. But also you need to swing by customs and drop off any tax-free receipts you got. Show them your passport and they'll knock the sales tax right off. But one thing I forgot to mention is that they'll staple the receipts inside your passport. So go up to the customs counter and just drop your receipts in the little drop box they have up there.
My gate for the flight is way at the other end of the terminal. I had my jacket tied around my ankles, but it kept slipping off, and now I have to wear it like this. I'm thinking one reason why I'm really stressing out is because I'm going to be on a 10-hour flight, and I'm planning on downloading some episodes of the Grand Tour on Amazon Prime, but not sponsored, by the way. But seriously though, check it out. And right now, I'm kind of freaking out because the Wi-Fi here is so slow. I was only able to download one episode. I'm hoping the Wi-Fi is a little bit better when I get to my gate, but I don't have high hopes. I know, this is the most tensest episode of First World Problems yet.
Up next on First World Problems. Will a mother's frozen chicken thaw out in time for dinner tonight? Also, will I be able to get store credit even without a receipt?
Okay, I made it with about an hour and a half to spare. So yeah, a security guard gave me my passport boarding pass because that's what I left it right after, and I put down my phone somewhere to, I guess, vlog, and I unknowingly forgot it there. But thankfully, a security guard came by and gave it to me, so, oh boy, I don't want to repeat of LAX again. No, siree.
I boarded the plane, and just like that, my Japan trip came to an end. And that was my trip to Japan. And once I make more money and this whole coronavirus thing ends, it's at the end of the video, I can say it. I definitely will be going back. And if I become a complete weeb by the end of my second Japan trip, well, c'est la vie, but in Japanese. I'll be back next week with a cooking episode. In the meantime, take a little note from our Japanese friends. And wear a damn mask, Karen.